Hi, this is Kevin with some Spacey Thoughts. I'm going to start right off with Mars. Obviously, with the Perseverance rover that landed on Mars recently, is what we have to talk about right off the bat. It landed on the 18th. That's 9 sols ago. SOLS. It's about 40 minutes difference a day on Mars, so the people who work on this mission have to get up and go to work 40 minutes later every day. So eventually the difference between how many days it's been here and how many days it's been there is going to drift. But yeah, it was awesome. The video, all of this is awesome. I'm on the NASA JPL site or whatever right now. They have a great dashboard. It's today's weather on Mars is a high of -4 and a low of -98. But yeah, the Perseverance is awesome. It's the first rover to have just regular like video and audio like we would be used to. So that's part of what's so exciting to see. It's got a lot of great sensors and cameras, of course, and rovers always have, and that's the point is that the sensors that a scientist needs are usually not have not always been video and audio like we think of it. But now we have really nice miniature video cameras that can fit on the rovers. And microphones, and so they can give us, like, pretty soon after they landed, they should just go watch it. It's amazing. It shows the whole amazing maneuver of dropping the heat shield and entering and deploying the parachute, and then drop the ship coming out from underneath that and cabling down a sky crane maneuver that lowers the rover to the surface after using radar to find a good landing site, and then it flies off and explodes. And you can see all of that in real time in the video, which is a first. And we can hear wind on Mars, which is a first. Speaking of the parachute, there's a freaking message, a secret message hidden in the parachute, which coders pretty quickly, like 6 hours, took the internet to figure out what it said. But if you look at the patterns that are displayed on the top of the parachute, let's see. It says, "Dare mighty things." And then it has the coordinates of the JPL in Pasadena, I think. So that's crazy. I like things like that. That's pretty cool. But this isn't the only mission on Mars, is the funny thing. We focus on America, obviously, but China, when does China get there? The UAE is already there. The United Arab Emirates has an orbiter there. We're way ahead of anybody. NASA, there's only a 40% success rate of landing on Mars. I believe that's right, yes. But NASA's really the only one who's tried it that much, and they're the ones who've succeeded the most, and they're always trying to top their own records, basically. The page is unresponsive. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, anyway, I was going to tell you about China. Basically, China is going to be doing a rover too. That's what's cool. Like, they're catching up with us, really. I mean, we've been doing rovers, and this is a new amazing Perseverance rover. Has new things compared to the Curiosity rover we still have there. But China's going to be putting a rover down. The UAE just has an orbiter, which is a big step. They're going to be studying like dust storms and stuff like that. But China, let me look. After the burn, which occurred on Tuesday, February 23rd, Tianwen-1 is now in position to begin imaging and collecting data on primary and backup landing sites for the mission's rover, which will attempt to touch down in May or June. So that's news on that. It's getting crowded on Mars. There's a whole parade of spacecraft coming in. So anyways, just look into Mars right now. If you're interested in space news and spacey thoughts and listening to me, then go look at this stuff. And then there's the Juno mission that's been at Saturn, or sorry, Jupiter. Well, Jupiter and Saturn, I believe it's been studying those for quite a few years now. And they actually the scientists just came up with a plan to be able to conserve fuel and use more, get an extended mission, basically. They've approved a plan that the engineers came up with to use their, they basically use the moons of Jupiter to slingshot around, and they're going to, I don't know, they're going to go past the moons and do some more studying of the actual moons as opposed to Jupiter, the planet, before the spacecraft completely runs out of fuel and then crashes into Jupiter's atmosphere and burns up, which that's what they want. They don't want it to crash into a moon and fuck it up. They want it to just disappear into Jupiter's atmosphere. I'm trying to get these I had these tabs open 12 years ago and now they're not responding. Here we go. So the Juno mission, that's the news on that. They got extended. And the last thing I want to talk about was that also we have the Parker Solar Probe, which is meant to study the sun, obviously, but it's very close to Venus. And it uses Venus. This is what I was thinking. It uses Venus, the gravity, to help bend its orbit in studying the sun. So it goes right past Venus. So it took a really cool picture. And I don't know, that's one thing a lot of people are talking about, is this cool picture. Let's see. So that's Venus. Anyways, who knows? Those are my spacey thoughts for now. Have fun. Space out.